Baldur's Gate 3 just had a surprise update today, and it is his third birthday. On August 3rd, 2023, Baldur's Gate 3 released, so we're breaking down all of that in this video. Now, I got a bunch of messages about this because the surprise update came out of nowhere. There's no updates for this to come, and if you check on Steam, there's no patch notes or anything there. However, on the Larian Studios forum, there is a post here talking about it. It is basically just to add availability for the Xbox Play Anywhere, which lets Xbox players play on like their console, their PC, or a handheld. And this is just an update for all platforms for crossplay to work properly. But there is a really nice thing here. Larian Studios has put Baldur's Gate 3 on their biggest sale yet for 30% off. So if you're watching this and are not a player of Baldur's Gate 3, this is the perfect time to get it. Do it, don't let your hair down. And Sven Vinke from Larian actually shared this update today, which looks like my desk after a day of work, with an acai bowl, a smoothie, a bunch of Diet Coke, and coffee. So yeah, this is right before they released Baldur's Gate 3. He was looking for a picture from 3 years ago whenever it dropped, and happy birthday, game! And honestly, Baldur's Gate 3 has had an incredible run. The sales numbers are somewhat similar to Cyberpunk 2077. Last update in December we got was around 20 million copies sold. I can imagine it's probably closer to 25 million at this point. And the game stays strong with a very active player base, which is incredible to see. Literally an hour ago, 57 players on a Monday morning. That is wild. It had a 81K here, 24-hour peak, which compared to its all-time peak, this is only including Steam players, so not on console and like PlayStation, Xbox players. There's actually quite a big uptick here in January, whenever I'm assuming people would have got consoles and started to play Baldur's Gate 3, but also interestingly enough, July has had another pretty big jump in its overall player base. Who would have thought a game made with passion would have such a strong player base over the years? This is obviously due to the narrative having a lot of choices in it, and you can have literally like 14,000 different endings to the game, but also something I want to highlight, which I take part in, is making mods for Baldur's Gate 3. This is what adds to the longevity of games, which we see in games like Skyrim and Fallout, which still have very active player bases to this day. I most recently added the infinite combat create your encounters in zombies mod, and I made this with one goal in mind. I love sandboxes in video games, and Baldur's Gate 3 is the perfect medium for that. So with this mod, you get the ability to summon in different enemies here as well. I'm working on some more mini bosses for future updates. But yeah, this vampire and goth dating simulator needs more combat. Now, if you really enjoy Baldur's Gate 3 and you haven't played Divinity Original Sin 2, highly recommend it. That's where this mod is from. It's another incredible game, and following up to Larian's next Divinity. But yeah, the last 3 years of Baldur's Gate 3 have just been magical. I have like over 3,000 hours within Baldur's Gate 3 with both the PlayStation 5 version, the PC version, as well. I do make mods and spend thousands of hours in that. So I honestly do see this number staying quite steady, and it has for quite some time, just due to the amount of things that you can do in game. And it is the perfect game to replay after some time too, because you can make completely different decisions, play with mods. There's so many ways to customize your experience in this game, and I'm curious to see where this will stand in 10 years from now. Honestly, do think it will have some great longevity as continually we'll see more mods get dropped over time, somewhat similar to like the Skyrim of the past. So yeah, I do think there is a lot of great things on the horizon for this game. I have future mods coming out, and there are new mods that drop every single day that can totally transform your experience. Like for example, this is the Baldur City mod here by Inky Please, and you can actually have combat encounters in this using my infinite combat mod, so you can really get a lot of time out of this game. And every single Saturday, I post the best mods of the week, where I review all the mods that have released over the past week, so you can subscribe if you find that interesting. But happy birthday, Baldur's Gate 3. It's an incredible 3 years, and I can't wait to see what's next.